The great poet Abay Kunanbayoli said, "Man's moral is from a good teacher." The building of secondary school number 90, which is in the south part of Kazakhstan, in the city with million people, Shymkent, didn't immediately reach this flourishing condition. When I came here for the first time, it was a new building built in a broad striking area with no green trees and grass.
Қуаң далада жаңадан салынған болатын. Мынау менің идеямен ашылған тарихи өлкетану.
This is a school history museum opened by my idea, where you can see the picture of forming stages of the microdistrict Asar for immigrants from different foreign countries. And it was built on the initiative of the first president, Nursultan Abishevich Nazarbayev, under the program Nurly Kosh.
Асар мөлтек ауданы құрылды.
Құрметті отандастар.
Dear our compatriots, respectful brothers, there was a hard time when the Kazakhs had to leave their motherland and they were scattered all over the world. And we have created a special project to return those people and help them.
Көмек жасап жатырмыз.
Ал мектебімізде жалпы оқып жатқан оқушылар бұл
The pupils studying in our school are the children of compatriots come from neighboring countries such as Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, China and Turkey in difficult times. 98% of our school children are immigrants.
98% осы қандастарымыздың ұл қыздары. Бастапқы кезде әрине қиындық.
At the beginning, of course, there were a lot of difficulties in learning some subjects because they had studied in the history of the place where they had been living and learned their languages.
Міне осы қандастарымыздың
I started my teaching career by creating a favorable condition with the purpose of quality education of children of our compatriots.
мұғалімдік мен үшін
To be a teacher is not a simple profession, but it is my heart's desire. I'm a history teacher. Having known our past, we will make our future bright.
жарқын ете алады деп ойлаймын.
оқушы ол шамшырақ секілді.
Pupils like a candle, and teachers should light them. There is no pupil who can't learn. There is a teacher who cannot teach.
Мектептегі кез келген салада менің
You can make sure that I have contribution at any branches of our school, and I closely connect my subject with arts.
өз қаржыма материалдар алып беріп
I have bought necessary materials by myself and with the help of our sponsors and implemented my idea with the artist Taubay Begimkulov. Here are those paintings. I was prompted to this idea having learned the creative path of the famous artist Abilkhan Kosteyev. During the lessons, I found out that my pupils were very interested in arts, so I had an idea of making the easel. Having spent money on the materials, I bought more than 30 easels. When I see that students are drawing using those easels and put their imagination into life, I feel like I returned to my childhood.
көптеген қызықты жағдайлар бастан өтті.
Many interesting things happened during the formation of the educational process in the school. I remember when our school had the best result on the state national test among the schools of the city. I was awarded $4,000 by my sponsors. I spent all that premium for the school children, buying musical equipment and national instruments, and for making national costumes.
ұлттық киімдер, осылардың барлығын сатып алуға жұмсадым. Қандастарымыздың балалары тарихты және қазақ елінің қандай елдермен байланысты болғанын.
To study deeply the history of our nation and the connection of the Kazakh people with other countries, to understand the ancestors' history and to increase the pupils' interests, they have been created the biggest globe and world map which are not in the central schools, by my own finance and with the help of sponsors.
Глобусты жасадық. Сол сияқты дүниежүзі үлкен алып картасын да жасадық. Бұдан басқа
In addition, I gave the idea to create Golden Man from our history, two-wheeled carriages of the ancient world, and a medieval cart, machine guns used in the wars, a bicycle, and big chess tables.
біз әртүрлі сабақта
We have organized the excursions to develop pupils' interests.
өлші сабақтарын да ұйымдастырдық. Алдарыңызда тұрған мына қазақтың кәдімгі киіз үйі.
This is a simple Kazakh yurt which has been made by arts and crafts teachers and students.
Өз қолдарымен тігіп, тоқып шығардым мынаның барлығын.
Now we use it in different activities of school to instill it in school children historical authentic taste.
Тәрбие беру мақсатында бұл керемет дүние болып шықты. Мұғалім жұмысы үнемі ізденумен.
The work of the teacher consists of constant search and creativity. I am engaged in scientific and methodological work and have published about 20 educational books. At the same time, I'm still helping the teachers of our school to model and innovate their own educational and methodological works. Now the number of aides is more than 70. They have an impact on the quality of education and the success of students in various competitions, like subject Olympiads and research work.
Демеушілер тауып, мектеп кабинеттеріне
I work closely with parents, helping them to participate in the educational process, offering the idea of setting up surveillance cameras in the schoolrooms, at the gyms, and even in the school canteen. So I have found some generous people to be sponsors. It helps parents to monitor their children directly. It means that they can watch their children's sports achievements and for the sake of the children's lives with the help of personal code.
жетістігіміз болды. Ен далада орын тепкен.
It was not easy to plant the greenery around the school in step. Generally, more than 3,000 roses, more than 2,200 fruit trees, and 20 types of trees were planted in the school environment, flourished and prospered. In future, it will be a big, nice green park.
Және мектеп жанынан демеушілік көрсетіп отыратын.
And with the support of Nurjan Kulibekov, the president of Zero Max KZ plant, we have established a greenhouse, and the pupils of my colleagues work. They work there to do experimental works on biology and chemistry. The flowers grown in those houses are used in planting at schoolyard, and we also use the products grown there.
Көршілес мемлекеттерден қоныс аударған қандастарымыздың балалары
The number of students who have moved from neighboring countries reached the highest result of education among the millions of urban schools, especially with Altınbilgi and grant holders.
ер атанды. Аристотель ақыл тек білімнен ғана емес.
As the great teacher Aristotle said, the mind is not only knowledge but also the ability to apply the knowledge in practice. My mission is reveal the children's different abilities, to teach them all aspects of science and their implementation in life, also to bring up a person who will remain in people's memory with his good deeds. I can say proudly that I have achieved my goal.